Hi everyone, and welcome to Almost Cancelled. I'm Peter, and Connor's here too.
Hello.
We do all the DC stuff, that's our thing apparently.
Yeah.
Let's talk about The Flash. This is of course the first half of the big crossover two-parter between tonight's Flash and tomorrow's Arrow. It is Season 2, Episode 8. Full spoilers for this episode. Not for Arrow yet though, because we haven't seen that yet, so you don't have to worry about that. Although we may also spoil past Arrow things as we talk about this, just in passing.
I think we need to.
Yeah, so I'd recommend if you're not up to date in Arrow as well and you care about spoilers for that, I don't imagine we'll go into that much of it, but there'll be a little bit of it maybe. But anyway, this is Season 2, Episode 8 of The Flash. It's called Legends of Today, and as per IMDb's description, when Vandal Savage attacks Kendra Saunders, Barry takes Kendra to Star City seeking Oliver's protection. Harrison asks Jay to test a new serum to make Barry run a little bit faster. Just a little bit. Right. This was a fun episode.
Yes.
My first observation, and I said this last year, but I am especially saying it now. Why is it when the Arrow stuff is on The Flash, it is much better?
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it?
Like
Every single part of the Arrow show that was in this felt good.
even before Barry showed up. Like it just cuts to that scene. It's Damien Dark, and then Team Arrow shows up and starts fighting. I'm like, this is better than what it's usually like on Arrow.
Yeah.
Even when it cuts to Felicity and she cracks a dumb joke, the dumbness was actually fun.
It was the sort of joke that we liked from Felicity a few episodes ago with the chatty Cathy.
Yeah, but it's like the people who actually make Flash understand how to do the fun,
Yeah.
and the people who make Arrow don't.
Yeah, because I was like really enjoying that Felicity bit. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, everything just shone a little brighter. Like even in the base, like everything just felt a little bit
Yeah,
nicer.
and even stuff like the League, whenever they showed up, it was kind of they just appeared, but it was cool because they kind of
Yeah, well, Barry
noted it.
even cracks that joke the second time. Does this guy know any other way to enter a
Yeah,
room?
exactly.
Yeah, there was fun to be had. They poked fun at things. It was good, and Cisco tried to talk Thea into letting him name her something different because Speedy's shit was good too.
That was good.
That's it. I mean, that's it. I've got a couple of little issues here or there. I mean, I do think it felt a little bit rushed in terms of how quickly people started believing things.
I think that was always going to be a problem.
Yeah, like even when Ollie's like, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but this kind of makes sense. I'm like, does it?
That's it. Yeah. But then I feel like I'm giving him a bit more slack because he is dealing with Damien Dark, who is magic. And even in his flashbacks, we've seen at least for the last 3 years he's known about magic. So
Yeah.
I'll give him a little bit more that at least he's aware of it in the past, like magic in general, and isn't completely against the ideas of it.
Actually, I suppose if I'm going to talk about how quick people were to do things, I do think it was a bit strange how quick Team Flash just sort of went, oh, well, I guess we need a Green Arrow and his team to help. I'm like, why? What's happened so far that I feel it's
Yeah.
worse than last week or worse than the week before? Like,
Yeah, I didn't particularly get that, but I was just at that point I was just like, whatever, just let's get on with it.
yeah. I mean, that was the whole thing. It was just quickly get through the setup so we can have the crossover, and that's fine. But I'm going to point it out because it was a little bit
I want
rushed.
to start with my biggest negative, where
Oh,
it was in the previously. It's where I groaned. I literally just went, ugh.
Oh, when it cut to like Ollie's mum saying, "You can have this check when you tell Ollie's the baby's
I was
gone."
like, oh shit, this kid's coming back again. What the fuck?
Yeah, and I actually completely forgot about that, and then I was like, oh yeah, and then we seen that woman in
At the end, I
in
was
Central
like,
City.
oh.
I was like, oh yeah, so she's going to pop up. That's great.
I was just like, oh, do we really have to go down this storyline now?
Yeah, nah. That's not a lot of good stuff though, because there was a lot of good stuff as well.
Oh, there was.
Vandal Savage, a little bit hammy, but I thought it was fun.
To be honest, when you're a 4,000-year-old immortal, I think you're going to be a bit hammy.
Yeah. Oh, I do have to question though. Now, admittedly, this was a cool reference in a meta perspective because he's immortal. But did that guy actually think he was Scottish because he called him Highlander?
No, I don't think so. I think it was just a.
Yeah, because
I think it was just a immortal reference.
because I was borderline a little bit offended. He's like nothing Scottish about him.
I didn't get that impression. I just thought, immortal warrior.
Fair enough. Yes. Yeah, but he didn't know that.
Did he not?
No.
No, he didn't. You're right. Damn. Okay, then I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Maybe it was a bit offensive. Maybe you should be offended.
Should be offended. You think this guy with a weird accent Scottish? That's not Scottish. Admittedly, if you'd seen Highlander and you're basing it off of what's his name, Christopher Lambert in Highlander, then maybe your perspective's a little bit skewed because he wasn't Scottish either. But no, there was good stuff. Lots of little funny moments. We mentioned a couple of them, like after Kendra first tries to jump off the building and Barry has to save her, and like Hawkman's like, let's do that again, and then both Cisco and Barry are like, no.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
There was a lot of fun moments like that, which was nice. Actual main plot, I like that they're setting up Vandal Savage as this big thing. I mean, this crossover is fun and it's kind of big and all that, and it's nice that we're setting up Legends of Tomorrow with such a nice sort of base.
Yeah, like when we get into Legends of Tomorrow, everything will be established. They don't have to worry too much about establishing everything. There'll be a recap, obviously, for the people who didn't watch this.
So I'm wondering who else is going to show up next episode, like on Arrow tomorrow, because
we know fucking Laurel's there, which
do you know what I thought was funny? It's like we can only afford to pay so much of the Arrow cast to show up in this episode, so she'll conveniently be visiting someone else for the episode.
She's like, she's already visiting someone in Central City, so we'll meet her there. And I was just like,
actually, that's
can't we have an episode without Laurel?
Yeah, it's a little bit weird actually how most of Flash's episode was in Star City, but most of
I want to talk about that because it made a big difference from last year's crossover, where obviously it was two separate stories, but it felt really divorced from each other. It felt very distinctly like this is an episode of The Flash that has these people in it, and then an episode of Arrow that felt like. But this, if you take away the individual Flash stuff that was going on with like Caitlin and Wells and whatever, this could have been either of them really.
It could have been, but I think the same thing's going to happen tomorrow. I think there's going to be a subplot tomorrow, which is just to do with Arrow.
Probably.
Like, we'll have the main thing in Central City, but then we'll also have a subplot with Lance or something.
Probably. But what I mean is that for the most part, the bulk of the episode, it didn't feel like this was Flash or this was Arrow. It was like, this is a bit more natural.
They even did that thing with the opening logo, where they gave it like
the arrow through it, yeah. I think they did that last year as well, didn't they?
They probably did, but it seemed a bit more prominent this year. They added in the sound effect, and it was all a bit more prominent. Feel a bit sorry for Cisco, because obviously Kendra's eventually going to be like, oh yeah, shit, this guy I've been soulmates with for 4,000 years, let's probably go with him. Poor Cisco. Yeah. So, it was fun. Some of the action stuff was good. I like the idea that when Vandal Savage showed up, like at Ollie's like apartment, Barry immediately used his super speed to just get his bow in that, like right away. Yeah. It's like, oh, here's your bow, right? We're ready to go. Fuck Thea, she can get hers later.
Because as far as he's concerned, Thea's a little bitch.
Yeah, and then Thea has to go all thirst for blood, kill.
It didn't even come across like it was the thirst for blood thing. It was just like, nah, I'm gonna. It seemed more like she took the decision to be just like, nah, not letting this guy go.
It did a little bit because it still felt the same. Because Ollie's like, Thea, no. And then
if it hadn't done that though, I wouldn't have even guessed that it was the whole bloodlust thing.
Yeah, well, it didn't work anyway.
No.
So yeah. Anything else? Well, I suppose we need to talk about subplot with
Caitlin and
Wells. So Patty saw Wells too, and followed him back to Star Labs and shot him. So now we know
that was a good moment.
Yeah, it was surprising. So now she knows Joe knows about him, so he's going to have to explain something. I've got a feeling they're still going to linger the secret a little bit longer, but
can't be too long now.
Yeah, she's getting closer. And now Jay had to save Thingy, but
with the drug.
With the drug, Velocity 6, which obviously is coming into play. Oh, it was a little bit TV cheesy how that vial with the drug in it had a printed label that said what it was, even though they only just made it like yesterday.
Well, maybe
even had
scientists are very...
Hold on. It wasn't even just like a white label with black text that had been printed off. It had a logo on it. It was like a branded bottle of this thing they just made up.
Yeah, alright, I'll give you that one. There's no argument there.
Yeah, so, TV.
Either way, I'm actually looking forward to this Arrow episode because I think last year's crossover, that was probably the most fun Arrow episode as well. Like that.
It was the only fun episode. Arrow. It wasn't the most fun. It was the only one that was fun.
Yeah, okay. I probably won't even argue that.
And it's most likely that tomorrow's episode of Arrow was the best one of Arrow season.
Quite possibly.
because it just is. I don't know what it is, but you get these characters in the hands of the people who are doing the Flash, and I know some of the people are the same, but there's a difference.
There is
a clear difference.
I think it's even the Arrow writers, when they've got to accommodate for these Flash characters, they naturally have to change the way they write to suit them. And it just kind of works better.
Yeah, Diggle vomiting when he gets sped out of somewhere.
Yeah.
Again.
I even liked Thea when she was like, oh, we know the Flash? Like, I didn't know we knew the Flash.
Yeah, and I always hate Thea.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, this is good dialogue for Thea.
Yeah. Alright, I guess we're looking forward to tomorrow. This was Legends of Today. I think tomorrow's just called Legends of Yesterday. I wonder what they're setting up for. So it's like there's a game plan in mind. But predictions, do you think Rip Hunter's going to show up at the end of like tomorrow's episode? And set up? Because Legends of Tomorrow starting in early January.
Nah, I don't think they'll bother.
You think they're going to save that for
I think that they've set up Vandal Savage, they've set up Hawkman and Hawkgirl, and then they'll just have Rip Hunter come in at the start of Legends of Tomorrow, just in case people didn't see this, and he can just collect them there and introduce himself to everyone.
Yeah, but we've got to get White Canary and the Atom and Captain Cold and Heatwave. Do you think any of them are going to pop up tomorrow?
Maybe Atom and White Canary. Cold and Heatwave, probably not.
I don't think White Canary. Well, I think White Canary is the one that I easily know is not going to show up until the first Legends of Tomorrow. She might show up in Arrow before then, though. Maybe. But we know she's away in like Exile to try and sort out her shit.
That's true. Atom's still around though, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm still kind of kicking about.
Yeah, it could be. He could easily pop in.
He may pop in.
I hope he does, because his scenes with Cisco last year were the best.
Yeah. I vaguely remember them.
They were like proper broing out over the naming and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right. I remember now. Okay. Alright, so that's Flash for this week. Obviously, the Arrow, the second part of this crossover is tomorrow night with Arrow. We are, of course, going to be reviewing that. The review will be up around a similar time tomorrow night. Unless you listen to the audio version, in which case it'll be in about 10 seconds. So thanks very much. That's been a review of Flash for this week.